Hi, everybody. Welcome back for those who tuned in yesterday, and welcome to those who are tuning in for the first time. My name is Anastasia Nikolov, and I'm the Artistic Director of Opera Programs Berlin.
And I'm Julie Wyma, and I'm the Executive Producer of Opera Programs Berlin. And we both use she, her pronouns. And we are delighted to welcome you today to our fourth day of Trans Voices Masterclass.
So just a little bit, very short introduction of the company. Opera Programs Berlin was founded in 2018 by myself and Julie Wyma. It aims to produce the highest quality of programs for classical singers, both career-related and on musical topics, such as German operetta, early music, opera, among others. During COVID, when the COVID pandemic hit the world, we moved all of our programs online, and we were delighted to reach a much wider audience through being online. So after the pandemic, we will keep those offerings in addition to our in-person programs. We will be announcing our new season very soon, so please check our website for the new season's updates.
Very briefly, we would love to once again thank our sponsors for this masterclass. We could not have done it without their generous support. The Medical Voice Center in Hamburg, Germany, which specializes in treatment and procedures exclusively to do with the voice and larynx. The Valley of the Sun chapter of the National Association of Teachers of Singing, which serves the greater Phoenix area as well as more outlying areas of Arizona. And Sarah Stevens, who is an agent in New York with the Stevens Nicolson Artists Management. She has been an agent in the field for several decades and is just fabulous. And then we have one more anonymous donor who we also wish to thank. And we are just very grateful for their support of us and of you, and delighted to introduce them to you today. We are delighted to welcome Dr. Stephanie Weiss for all of the sessions of this masterclass. Stephanie has sung all over the world and has also taught extensively throughout her career. She is currently on the faculty of Arizona State University, as well as the Center for Opera Studies in Italy and AIMS in Graz, Austria. We want to just jump in to the masterclass today. So I am going to turn it over to Stephanie, as well as our first singer today, who is Hunter Millington. Hunter is a baritone. Hunter uses he, him pronouns. And Hunter, if you can go ahead and unmute yourself and let us know where you're from and what your piece will be. And Stephanie, if there's anything that you want to say, or should we just go right on?
I think we should just get right on, because I think singing is more fun than listening to me talk.
Awesome. Hunter, take it away.
So hi, my name's Hunter Millington, as you've just said. I'm from Manchester in England, and I'm going to be singing an Adele song, like in a different key. It's called One and Only. So I'll just play it. You've been on my mind. I grow fonder every day, lose myself in time. Just thinking of your face, God only knows why it's taken me so long to let my doubts go. You're the only one that I want. Don't know why I'm scared, 'cause I've been here before. Every feeling, every word, I've imagined it all. You'll never know if you never try to forget your past and simply be mine. I dare you to let me be your one and only. I promise I'm worthy, yeah, to hold in your arms. So come on and give me the chance to prove I am the one who can walk that mile until the end starts. You hang on every word I say, lose yourself in time. At the mention of my name, will I ever know how it feels to hold you close and have you tell me whichever road I choose you'll go. I don't know why I'm scared, 'cause I've been here before. Every feeling, every word, I've imagined it all. You'll never know if you never try to forgive your past and simply be mine. I dare you to let me be your one and only. I promise I'm worthy, yeah, to hold in your arms. So come on and give me the chance to prove I am the one who can walk that mile until the end starts. I know it ain't easy giving up your heart. I know it ain't easy giving up your heart. I know it ain't easy giving up your heart. I know it ain't easy giving up your heart. I know it ain't easy giving up your heart. I know it ain't easy giving up your heart. So I dare you to let me be your one and only. I promise I'm worthy, yeah, to hold in your arms. So come on and give me the chance to prove I am the one who can walk that mile until the end starts.
Awesome.
Thanks.
That was really great. How'd it feel?
Like cathartic, but also really nervous because I've not done anything like this before, and obviously it's a pop song, and you know what I mean.
Well, congratulations for getting it out there and doing it in front of all these people. But you've had a ton of performing experience, right?
Yeah, like I just I guess like obviously it's a trans masterclass, and most of my performance experience is when my voice was a lot higher. Even my voice has dropped like 2 octaves in like a year, basically a year and a half. So it's just kind of trying to retrain my voice, and at the moment I haven't got that confidence. So
well, you're sounding really good, and like get your confidence back. That was amazing. Like, I mean, I'd love to hear that. Like, if I'd love to hear it right now. But you know, if I was sitting in a pub, like as you said, you were saying,
Manchester, then.
yes, go do it. I say do it now. Like, go tonight after we're done. I mean, really, like, I love your performance. I love the heartfeltness of the text. The voice really sounds great. Tell me something. I mean, I have some ideas, but tell me the things that you most want to kind of focus on, or that are giving you problems, or that feel weird.
Yeah, I guess like, well, it didn't break, so that was okay. Like, I mean, obviously, just kind of any kind of. I was recommended basically by my friend who's an opera singer. Any kind of those vocal techniques that you guys use that I can use, because obviously, like you say, I'm a pub singer basically. That's my job. So I'm just, when the lockdown finishes, I will go back to it. But I just want to improve my voice in any way that I can, basically. So
I mean,
the best professionals to come to. So
yeah. So let's talk about a couple things, because I don't really want to change like you have this really great sound. And so I don't want to like really mess with that too much, because I think you have a lot to say with your sound. But I think we can work on making some of the lower notes easier, and that's probably where it's a bit on the scary side for you, just because you're like, oh, this is brand new. Like, what's happening down there, right?
I can't low enough, and I can't sing any of the register that I used to sing at. So it's weird. It's a new time.
Yeah, and then I'd love to look at, just in the chorus, you have this really great mix, but sometimes when you're coming from below it, it gets a little, like when you get up to like the end, where's it? The end, and that jump feels a little bit tricky for you, yes?
Yeah.
It's really great. Let's look at, why don't we go from the chorus? So, you can do it with the track, or we can just do it a little bit without it for a second, just to work on some things.
Yeah.
Just sing it once for me again, now that the nerves are a little bit out. I dare you to let me be. Sing through at least, like, so come on and give me the chance. Get that far.
Okay, from I dare you to let me be.
Yeah.
So I dare you to let me be your one and only. A promise I'm worthy, yeah, to hold in your arms. So come on and give me the chance.
Good. Okay, we're going to do something. We're going to go a little far in a different direction, and then we're going to pull it back. So go with me for a second. We're going to sing meow like you're a cat, but I don't want it to be nasal, but I want it to be forward. And I want you to just go like this. I want you to go meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
So I hear a little meow that way. Can you make it like more obnoxious? Meow, 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 meow. Like,
yeah. Okay. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep going up.
Meow, 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 meow.
Even more obnoxious.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Meow, 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 meow.
Very good. It looks like you're sitting on a bed or something, yeah?
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. Can you try to like make your rib cage expand a bit, just so that you're like a little bit more open? There you go, because you're kind of like sitting looking at me. We can see you perfectly there. Go here now. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Really good. Send it out. Don't listen to it, and make it kind of annoying.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah. Do one more.
Meow, 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 meow.
One more time. Don't listen to it.
Meow, 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 meow.
There we go. Now, we're going to sing, I want you to do the I dare you to let me be, but you're going to sing it on meow. So meow, 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 whatever yeah?
All on yes.
All on meow.
Yeah, okay.
But don't listen to it. Like, send it out to us. We're paying for the ticket here.
Yeah, okay. Meow, 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 meow.
Really good. Do it one more time. And even like still like don't think about like listening to how it sounds. Make it more obnoxious.
Meow, 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 meow.
There we go. Yeah, Ari just wrote channel Ian's kitty. So like really like think about a little cat. So not nasal, but just rah. One more time.
Meow, 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 meow.
There we go. Do it one more time and then keep going. On meow. So yeah.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Sorry, like.
I know it's ridiculous, but it,
no, I know. Yeah, I'm getting into
how it works in a second.
Sorry,
Keep
should I do it again? Right. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Good. So that's the one I'm going after. So you're like, uh-oh, here it comes. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah. Can you
Okay.
meow, meow? Like pretend you are a cat and you're like, meow. Like
I didn't think there'd be so much role playing involved in opera.
that's why it's fun.
Okay.
You can do it with your hand if you want to. Try to stay open.
Yeah.
Just so do the to hold in your arms so that meow 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
There we go. Did that feel easier?
Yeah.
In some ways, I mean, other ways you're like, what am I doing?
No, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
But
The transition.
yeah, was it easy to get up there?
Yeah.
Good. So now let's go back to the I dare like sing the real words, but I want you to have that feeling of that meow and coming forward, and that you are not gonna listen to it.
Okay.
Okay, try with the real words.
For my day to let me be.
Yeah.
Okay. I dare you to let me be.
Pretty good. So I hear a little I dare that way instead of I dare cat.
I dare you to let me be your one and only.
Okay, great. How did that feel?
A lot different. Like,
Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit more of your original sound back in there.
okay.
So I like that like height in the sound and that it's forward, and then just let your jaw go like it was before, and you weren't like trying to cram anything up there. Were you here? Did you happen to be here yesterday?
Like for a little bit of it, but I misjudged the Berlin time. Like,
Oh, don't worry. Were you possibly here when Noah was singing?
yeah.
Do you remember when I had him kind of think a little and a little inside of it?
Yeah.
Can you do that? So the is the cat. Meow, meow, but you're gonna think inside of it. Try it. I know it sounds like a lot, but you'll be able to do it. On dare. I want you to think about that on dare.
Okay. I dare you. I did it again, did I? I'm sorry.
That was better. That was great.
I dare you to let me be your one and only. I promise I'm worthy, yeah, to hold in.
Keep going.
To hold in your arms, so come on and give me the chance.
Now, really good. So when you have the to hold in your I want you to think on the inside and on the inside. So in your face, but like feel like your chest is gonna open for the yeah?
Right, okay.
So just go meow for a second.
Yeah.
And then go You're gonna do both at the same time. There you go.
Okay.
To hold in your
arms, so come on and give me the chance.
So when you get back to so come on, don't let the go backwards, but Send it out towards us.
Come on and give me the chance.
There you go. Now put a teeny little bit of inside of the sound. So I like the brightness, but don't spread everything.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like
Kind of.
Like,
So as soon as I tell you to make you start to go like that. Think of the on the inside of your mouth.
Like,
Go like this for a second. Just go Put your fingers here. You see how you're like
Yeah.
Be a little bit less Joker from Batman.
You make
I'm so sorry we have 2 minutes.
Okay. So, do that to hold in your arms. Do that one again.
To hold in your arms.
Can you aim that arms like, all right, behind your teeth, but without spreading your whole face?
Okay. To hold in your arms.
Pretty good. So that's a little
Okay.
Rah.
Arms.
Try something. Take your hand, and I want you to sing through this. This is your mouth now.
Okay.
Okay? And so you're not going to listen to it. To hold in your arms. Wait, where's my camera? Okay. Try it.
Okay. To hold in your arms. I can't do it at the same time. Like,
Yeah, but did you know how much easier the sound was?
Yeah.
And it was your sound, like your sound.
Okay.
So like, I brought in a little bit more brightness just to like get it in a higher place, and then with that, then you have like that great kind of gritty sound that really works so well. Like I think you sing this so well.
Thank you.
Do it one more time from the I dare you to let me be. Okay, and you don't have to do any hand things, but just think about that, and then they're gonna kick me off. Boo.
I dare you to let me be your one and only. I promise I'm worthy, yeah, to hold in your arms. So come on and give me the chance to prove I am the one who can walk that mile until the end starts.
Yes, that was so good, and you did. And we didn't work on the end, but you did exactly that, and it was easier, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
so sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you off. We need to keep on schedule. Bravo. Thank you so much, Hunter.
Thanks for helping me.
Wonderful. All right. We are moving on with our next artist, who is Felix Jenkins. Felix is an alto baritone. Felix uses pronouns he and him. Felix, if you can unmute yourself and tell us what you're going to be singing.
Okay, I hope it's working. Yeah, I can see it is. I'm gonna be singing If I Can't Love Her from the Beauty and the Beast musical.
Okay, great.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, can I get up? Can I stand up? Otherwise, I don't think I'm gonna do
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can you, Anastasia, can you spotlight Felix? Because he...
I am.
Okay. I can't see him.
All right. Now? Okay, cool. I'll just start it. And in my twisted face, there's not the slightest trace of anything thing that even hints of kindness, and from my tortured shape no comfort, no escape. I see, but deep within is utter blindness, hopeless. As my dream dies, as the time flies, love a lost illusion, helpless, unforgiven, cold and driven to this sad conclusion. No beauty could move me, no goodness improve me, no power on earth if I can't love her. No passion could reach me, no lesson could teach me how I could have loved her and make her love me too. If I can't love her, then who? Long ago I should have seen all the things I could have been. Careless and unthinking, I moved onward. No pain could be deeper, no life could be cheaper, no point anymore if I can't love her. No spirit could win me, no hope left within me. Hope I could have loved her and that she'd set me free. But it's not to be if I can't love her. Let the world be done with me.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
Great job. Do you sing? I don't know. While you were singing, I was like, does he sing "Proud of Your Boy"? Do you know that song?
No.
Proud of your boy. Da, da, da. I'll send it to you. I was like, oh my god, he needs to sing that song. Anyway,
Right, I don't know.
yeah, this is fantastic. I love this, and such a pure, nice sound. It's really beautiful. I love it, and I love your intention and everything. So I obviously have some ideas about a few things that we can talk about. But what's been kind of on your mind? Things that you're curious about.
I'm definitely bothered by two things. So one is that like I would really like to deepen the quality of my lower notes because I feel like they're very sort of breathy, airy, not as rich as I'd like them to be, which is obviously to do with the whole testosterone trans thing, but I'd really like to practice that. And the other is how to get to the higher notes because obviously now I have to do with the chest voice and I tend to seize up, and this note is already difficult, but I used to be able to get much higher, much more easily.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, but then so but it sounds like do you feel like your transition is pretty like vocally pretty stable now, like that you're kind of where you are, or is it still ever changing?
It's at the moment, like this week, I feel like it's stable, but
Okay.
generally,
But generally you're like, okay, I don't know what's happening today.
yeah.
Well, it sounded really, I mean, this sounded fantastic and really balanced and great. So let's just let's work on the high stuff first, and then I'll show you a few things for the low stuff. But I want to do a couple little exercises for a second.
Sure.
We're gonna do let's see, where do I want to start? I want you to sing nay, nay. Okay?
Nay.
Nice. Now, can you imagine that you're gonna, you know that moment right before you sneeze where you're like, achoo, but you don't do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel the resonators kind of open up? There. And do you also feel your jaw release?
If I think about it, yeah.
Okay, so really right before you sneeze, it's really hard to sneeze if your jaw is locked up. Or if you're surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, I want you to do that, and then I want you to sing the nay. Right there. Perfect. Nay.
Nay.
Yeah, nay. That was a great sound.
Nay.
Good. Feel that sneezy release right before you start.
Nay.
Good. Go like this for a second. Go. There you go. Sing it right there. Nay.
Nay.
There we go.
Nay.
Good. Now, I like the space in the sound. Direct the sound forward now, too. Like, so just imagine that the sound's going to come through the computer at me, but without your jaw helping you.
Nay.
There we go.
Nay.
Nice.
Nay.
Good. Imagine right before you start that you're just going to stay settled in your body, even though you're sitting down. Feel actually like your back is going to open up into the chair that you're sitting on. You're going to do that sneezy release with your jaw. Nay.
Nay.
Nice. Do the next one.
Nay.
Do that one more time and feel like you're just going to settle your jaw and you're going to just flick your tongue for the nay. You're going to nah.
Nay.
Hello.
Hello.
That was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that was actually good.
Do you feel also that the vowel is a little bit taller?
Yeah, for sure. It's not like it's more like
Yeah, and I know in music theater, like we want to have like kind of brighter vowels, but kind of in this area, as you are working through it, you might want to just, for right now, have a slightly taller vowel. Then we can play with vowel shape a bit more, but this will help you stabilize your larynx and not let it fly up and be like, ah, right?
For sure, I have epic problems with that. Like, you don't know, like, God.
I don't think they're epic, but
No,
because
really,
it really.
I seize up on like E and R sounds like in a really broad way, so that I literally cannot move my jaw anymore.
Okay.
Mid song, I'll be like, and nothing comes. So.
Oh wow. Okay. So maybe think about like as you're going through the songs, and like we'll do a few phrases like in the songs. I mean, obviously this is just an exercise to get you open. Do a couple more of these, and we're gonna go above where you are in the song because I just am curious about where it's gonna go. But think of a taller vowel and literally just let your jaw go, and like you're gonna sneeze or like you're surprised, like. Nay.
Nay.
Tell your jaw to be open before you say the N. Nah, 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 and then you flick your tongue to do the N.
Nay.
Good. Put your fingers here for a minute. Nah.
Nay.
Good. Settle the breath down. Nah. Put a little, can you think of a little tiny bit of O around that vowel for a minute?
Ah.
It wasn't bad, but it's loosening up. Like, don't worry. Don't listen. I think you're listening to it too, so then it sucks back. Send it through the computer out here, all the way to Arizona. Nah.
No.
There we go.
Yeah.
Do the next one. Don't push it. Feel like you're gonna sing one dynamic level less. And set the breath and then just go. Like, don't feel like you have to blow air out. Nah.
No.
Not bad. How high do you usually vocalize? Like in this kind of this manner?
High. Less high.
Less high?
Less high than that, yeah. I was at Bella Senora, and that's where I tend to. That's sort of the highest, that kind of note.
Okay, so this is a G, just for your own.
Yeah, I think my tutor actually said it was, yeah.
Try that. Do this Bella Signora thing once, and I want you to think about. We're gonna go down. We'll go down one. Bella. What do you do? Bella Signora. Is that what you did?
Bella Senora.
Okay, so do it here, and I want you to think about all of the consonants are going to happen on the inside and not with your jaw. Your jaw is not going to help you at all. So even with the the bella, it's only your lips.
Bella Senora.
Good. So was it Bella Signor? Is that? So use the O vowel, Bella Signora, and then have a really tall A vowel, like almost a deep, dark A vowel. See what happens. And put your fingers here for a second, and don't let it spread on the side.
Bella Senora. Oh yeah.
That was quite beautiful.
Yeah, I liked it. I remember sounding like that before.
That was the same pitch. Those are the same pitch level that you did like 2 seconds ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Do the next one. Same thing. Stay here.
Bella Senora.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do the next one. Think about, as you stay there, make sure that your neck doesn't pop up as you go to the high note.
Bella Senora.
Not bad. Can you think of like a really deep vowel on the ah on the top? So like in English, like an AW, like aw, or like an open O.
Yeah.
Only on the top. So Bella Signora. I know it sounds weird down there, but for right now, just try.
Bella Senora.
That was not bad.
No.
And that's the G.
That's true. It was less bad than it was a moment ago.
Play around with that and just see, like, what I've noticed with other people going through transitions that are working through this part of the voice is that you have to actually learn how to slightly cover it to go through to get higher. And it's not something I didn't know. I mean, as a mezzo-soprano, I didn't really know anything about any cover or anything until I started like hanging out with tenors and baritones and with my former teacher who was a bass. And so I was like, oh, what's that all about? And I remember when I was working with my friend and student Holden Madagami, like he came in and he was like, I can't get above like this note and it's not working. And I was like, well, let's think about kind of covering or modifying the vowel to get through that area. And then he was like, what? And then all of a sudden he was able to sing above that. So play around with that and work with your teacher on that too.
Yeah.
This is really good. So now I want to go. I know we're gonna run out of time, and this makes me crazy. Can you sing from the "No spirit will win me"? No, and when you sing this "no," I want you to think a little bit more classically than like MT music theater, just because I think like you're like nah, and it spreads the vowel, and then it's like ah, right? So I want you to think more like what we just did on this nay exercise. No, so that sneezy feeling, yeah. Try it.
No spirit could win me.
Do it one more time. Do it one more time. Go here for a second. And tell your joke. Wow! Wow!
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you have to do it like that.
Fuck. Oh wow. Okay. Cool. That's good.
Please do that. That was amazing. Okay, so keep your fingers there for now. Yeah? I'm sorry I exploded your eardrums.
No spirit could win me, no hope left within me. Hope I could have loved her and that she'd set me free. Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was really nice. Do the hope one more time. Hope is hard because we have this, like, glottal fricative, right? Right? Get the vowel ready for it, and then just put that H up there and just tell yourself you're going to stay open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope I could have loved.
Hope I could have loved her. Like that.
There you go. Dare to make even more of a slightly more closed O. See what happens.
Hope. Like that.
Even more make your corners come even in more, and then you're going to have money.
Hope I could have loved her and that she'd set me free. That's been nice, yeah.
Nice. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
But it's not. Sorry, we're at the end, right? The na da da. But it's not to be.
Yeah. But it's not to be if I can't love her. Let the world be done with me.
Not bad. We're gonna change the vowel for a second.
Yeah.
When you get to with, can you think of like an I vowel? But I almost want you to think like. Can you think almost like the vowel that you say in Glück?
So sorry, 2-minute warning.
2 minutes late. Okay. Yeah, like with me instead of with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of like kind of your favorite German vowel.
It's not my favorite, but yeah.
It's gonna be after today. It's gonna be, and then so with me, and when you get to the me, almost put a little bit more e inside of it, but kind of the same feeling. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's build up into it because I think.
From where?
Do let the world.
Let the world be done with me. Bit.
So when you say it in German,
Yeah.
say the word Glück,
Glück.
and you say it has a little more ooh, like ooh around it, right? Or ooh,
Yeah.
open, like
Like that.
but stay down in your. Almost. Put a little more E inside of it. Teeny bit. Try something. Nay. We're gonna go nay.
Nay.
Good, now do it one more time. The sound was good. Do it without your jaw. And stay down in your chair. Nay.
Nay.
With me.
With me. Oh, I just have
Very
to open my mouth more.
Yeah, let that jaw go.
Yeah. I find it very hard. But thank you. Wow.
This was really good.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Do it one more. Do the last phrase one more time, just for funsies.
From Let the World.
Yeah, and then just literally tell yourself as you take the breath before with me. Also, here's a little tip. Don't take a huge breath before with me. Just let the air come in. And when you let the air come in, you're going to tell your jaw, get down. Okay?
Try. Let the world be done with me.
Pretty good. Well, I want to do one more thing, then I'll stop. I promise, Julie. I can see Julie's face. Can you put your hand behind your head?
Yeah.
Okay, and I want you to feel, like, move your head around, but don't let it go back like that. And can you feel the muscles in the back of your neck stretch a little bit?
Yeah.
Because they want to kind of squish that way, right?
Yeah.
So tell them no. So now, let the world be. Okay?
Yeah. Let the world be done with me.
That was better.
Yeah, it's sort of hanging more up there in a nice way.
Yeah. So I don't know, play around with some of these exercises and things like that, but like, and really like let that jaw go.
Thank you, I will.
That's beautiful. This is really great. And I'll send you that song, The Proud of Your Boy, because I think,
Yes,
I don't know.
I'll play with it. Awesome. Thank you.
Fabulous.
Great.
Thank you so much, Felix. It was an absolute pleasure to hear you. Our next singer today is going to be Arlo Echavarria-Duque. Arlo is a mezzo-soprano and uses he, him pronouns. Arlo, if you could unmute yourself and tell us where you are, if you like, and what you're going to be singing.
Hi, my name is Arlo. I'm from Bogota, Colombia. I'm very excited to be here. I feel like I'm always the one trans person in any opera scene. So it's really nice to see all of you. And I will be singing in the Silence of the Secret Night by Rachmaninoff. You started again, sorry.
Wow, well, that's gorgeous. Nice. So you're at Western Michigan?
Yes.
Nice. I know a lot of people from there because there's a scholarship to the program where I teach in the summers, except for this summer because Ames is closed for the summer. But so I've met a lot of people from your school. Gorgeous. So tell me things. So what how do I want to say this? I mean, you sing this really so well. It's so beautiful, and I have a few things to say, but what are some things that you're working on right now?
I'm working on having more ping and having move my voice forward, but still being able to grant that kind of darkness that is needed in the Russian language. Like Bulaya is very dark, but without trying to say that and not trying to swallow my voice.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're doing a really great job of that. The middle voice especially is like really lined up. I think sometimes you lose it a little bit as you go slightly down. Like the low notes are beautiful, but I think we can find a little bit more, how do I want to say, forwardness without it being like, you know. I don't have this music, so you're in D, I figured that part out, but can you find a place in where you sing, where it goes a little bit low, and sing it for me, and then let's work on that a little bit.
Sure. And let's put so, there's one part that goes. And then it goes.
Yeah. Let's do that. You can do it with the track, or we can just do it without. Let's do it without for a second. Sing it one more time and like really sing it, and then we'll work on it.
Okay.
Do the beginning of that phrase one more time. You know when you were kind of like fake singing it and you're like, oh, this part it's low. Na, 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 and it was like actually like really resonant. And then you were like, I'm singing now. And it actually kind of like got a little heavier and darker. So put the breath energy in it to really sing, but don't suck it back.
Okay.
This is beautiful. I want to do a little experiment. Start it one more time, and actually, like I was working on with Felix, can you put your fingers here a little bit, and just make a little bit more room between your teeth, like just a little bit more room. Just like put your fingers lightly there. I don't want your jaw. I don't want you to be like way open, but just let your jaw make a little room between your teeth. Yeah. I don't know the words there, but da, 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 instead of da, yeah. Try it. Whatever those words are there. So then keep the space, but like then send the sound kind of out through your eyeballs. This is beautiful. Good. Start the bottom one more time. It was really good, and then just keep telling the sound to come through the computer to me. So without cramming it. I don't want you to cram it forward. I like the space, but just don't let it get stuck kind of like in here. Yeah? Go like this, where it's like go. Yeah. So then, what are the first words there? I'm sorry. Oh, open there. You can do the first one. What's the word on the top there? The da-na-na-na.
Oh, wait.
You're doing so great. This is such a beautiful sound. Are you an undergrad or are you a grad student?
I'm an undergrad.
Okay, well, you'll come and hang with me for grad school.
Please. Tmu. Tmu.
Tumu?
Mhm.
Can you make the ooh, that ooh on the top, the tallest ooh you have ever sung in your entire life? And you're gonna have like this kind of like space, but you're gonna direct it like kind of like you have a third eye. Yeah?
Okay. It's from. Okay.
That'd be great.
Was that okay?
I don't know, guys. Was that okay? How did it feel?
It felt really nice. It felt like I wasn't using this, and it was like a bowl holding like vibrations.
Yeah, I mean, like you actually kind of like blew out the microphone because there were so many overtones. Like,
Okay.
and it looked really easy.
Yeah, it felt a lot easier. I think because it's a scale like going up in intensity.
Like,
Yeah, I'm always like kind of with a lot of tension, but that felt like less. A lot
yeah,
less. Yeah.
very good. Yeah, so I think you can just like play around a bit with just a little bit more, just a little bit kind of more teeth room. You know what I mean? Like keep your molars separated. It's not that you want to hyperextend. I don't want you to be like bah like a Muppet or anything. But I'm reading the chat. It's funny. You'll see it later. You know what I mean? So just let it like go without pulling everything down. So if you can imagine that from here up, that's alive, and from here down, that's just kind of hanging out and helping you articulate without helping you, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I think sometimes because when you, for example, like the closed E in German, it's like E, you have to really like, it feels like you really have to close, and the consequence is that it's a very bright sound.
So
Sometimes
try something. I like what you're saying here. So put your fingers here to remind yourself that you actually don't have to jam your jaw, and say an eval with your tongue. E, E, E,
E, E,
E, O.
yeah.
You see, you can say the E with it's a tongue vowel, right? So you can train yourself not to kind of let your jaw help. It's a false friend, that jaw, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I rely too much on the cramping here to create brightness, and that it ends up very not good because I know brightness doesn't come from there. But yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is really fantastic. There's another part where you go a little bit lower, like slightly lower. It goes like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Um.
You go a little bit below a D. You go like to a C or something.
To see, yeah. So
I think it's after. It's like I think it's after what we just did somewhere.
yeah. It comes back into
Do that. Da-na-na-na, do that octave jump down and see if you can keep the height in the sound as you go down, but also send it forward.
so I would do from tmu.
Yeah, do that. Was it start on a D?
The higher note starts on the F sharp, then E, D,
Okay. What pitch do you want to start on?
F.
You want to start there?
Yeah, sorry, I'm so nervous. I'm having trouble remembering the melody.
So why don't do you want to start at the same exact place you just did and then keep going? Why don't you do that? I think that might be easier.
Thank you.
Okay? So think here and like you're gonna send up here. Make your whole head resonate.
Sorry.
It's good. Go from, pretend like you just sang the high note, da 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 da, and then do you take a breath there?
Yes.
So pretend like you just did the tumu, and then keep going.
Do I pretend or do I sing it?
You can sing it if you want to. It's up to you. Wow. If you you can decide if you want it to be that chesty or not, like that's up to you. But did you feel how open it was and it actually kept a lot of the height in the sound?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Very good.
I did, but I did feel it.
Do it one more time. Wow. Keep going. Wow. How does that feel?
It feels like less of a struggle.
Well, yeah, so like you're letting the chest open, but with keeping the brightness and the height in the sound, then it just opens to where it really wants to go, and then we hear this like real mezzo sound.
Yes, I feel like I have to take out, like I'm pulling teeth out to get some of that sound, some of that chest sound that doesn't sound like
Yeah. How did that feel?
About 2-minute warning.
That felt really, really good. How would you explain that to me? I think for remembering.
What did it feel like to you? To me, it sounded like you were keeping the sound kind of in the higher place, even though it sounds deeper and more open and more chesty. It sounded to me like you were staying, and it was going everywhere, right?
Yes.
As opposed to what I call fake mezzo sound, which is like, and like you try to like push it down in there, and like you lose the frontal resonance. And I think you also, I can't remember how it goes. You can also play around like with this kind of chewing thing. I'm making up things. I'm singing weird notes, but you know what I'm saying? Try something. So after you do the jump down, you just did it. So pretend like you did the jump down, and then keep going for a second and do it kind of like on a Yeah. And do you see how the bottommost note, the kind of went down and back a little? Keep it in that and then it'll pick up the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now sing it for real.
From
yeah. Do it one more time. Do one more. What are the words on the lowest note?
Ball.
Tip the vowel forward instead of oh. Go like this for a second. Go nim 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 nim. Almost nim nim Don't make it really bright. Just like almost like you're talking nim 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 nim. You're just like
Nim 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 nim.
And then you kind of go like this. You go ma do, and ma do. Make it go this way instead of. There we go. Do it one more time. I'm on.
Yeah.
And keep the air going through. Ma do ga na na. Pretty good. As you're practicing it, keep going from the high part down into it so that you keep more of the height, because that's why it's like kind of switching a little bit.
Right.
So practice it from that really like wonderfully connected open place from the high part as you practice going down into the low part.
Right. Okay.
It's there. This is fantastic. You sound great.
This is fantastic, Arlo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Steph. We're going to take about a 3-minute break. So we will see you very shortly. All right, welcome back, everybody. We will continue with the next artist, who is Madeleine Autry. Madeleine, if you would like to unmute yourself and tell us what you're going to be singing. Madeleine is a mezzo-soprano, and Madeleine uses pronouns she, her, they, them.
Hello, hi. Hi, so Madeleine Autry here. I'm mezzo-soprano, as I probably said. Thank you. I'll be singing Prima son d'ogni conforto from Giulio Cesare by Handel. Prima son d'ogni conforto e por speme di morire per me vivere non
Wow. Well, that was stunning. Thanks for singing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So tell me things. I mean, I have a few things to say, but it's really, I mean, wow, this is great.
What do you want to know? I think, I don't know. I think one of the
things that you're working on right now. I mean, like I see like in your application form, like I mean, you've had a lot of training. You're like raring to go. Yeah. So
yeah.
what's next?
I'm trying to find. I think now working on just trying to really find presence in the voice. You know, this is fine, but like other things I'm looking at doing is other mezzo, contralto, dramatic mezzo things like Weichel-Wotan, for example. It's getting the voice to speak more. I think.
Okay.
Line, I think I'm fine with line, and legato is other than some nerves today. But I think I'm fine otherwise. But I think it's more just just coming out some more. I think I trained as a different voice, different Fach altogether, so I'm used to back here, and so I've been working trying to get the voice, I guess, forward or.
Did you, when you were training before, if I may ask, did you train as a countertenor or did you train as a baritone or tenor?
Countertenor.
Okay. So now just like finding the balance of like in the true mezzo soprano roles, like that kind of more depth in the sound especially in the lower, probably, right?
Yes.
Without it like fully switching over, and yeah. Cool. I mean, and tell me about like range wise, like how is your facility up higher?
That's the thing. I've taken a break from singing, so the training's fine, but I've taken a long break because of other things in life happens, and so I'm starting back up, so starting to build again. Prior to that, I was up to high B flat, so typical standard mezzo range, but right now I'm just sitting high around G A maybe, but just trying to build that back up again. I'm sort of self-taught-ish right now until I get with another teacher, but just working things my magic myself and trying to figure it out. So.
Well, you're working some magic. It's going really well. I would say, do you feel like now in the middle voice that in the middle voice that it feels like it's getting bigger and kind of heavier a bit, like compared to before?
Yes. So it's
okay.
The issue is that coming above F sharp and G, I tend to bring the weight, and so I want to figure out how to navigate that. Again, whole different conversation, but just really too much umph up top. Too much.
I think we can play actually in this aria because you have this beautiful like warm creamy sound, which is gorgeous. But I'm wondering, let's play around with actually some of the middle stuff because I think it might actually help you get up to the higher stuff easier. You know what I mean? And I think it'll let you go down too. So let's just play a little bit because I mean, there's really not much I want to change with what you're doing. I mean, it's so beautiful. Okay, so just start it again now that the nerves are out, and like just start it again. You can do it with the track or without, whatever makes you feel better, and then I'll stop you and we'll play around with some stuff. Try something. So even, sorry, now let's get to work. Okay. So it's really beautiful, but I see you do a little of this, and tell me like if you were teaching yourself, like what you would do differently. So it's a little, it's a little pushy down, right?
Artificial, I think I would say.
Not even artificial, but I just feel like you're like trying to make this sound, and I think you already have the sound. So just sing. Wow. And if you want to put it like, if you want a little bit more, I don't know, warmer color on it, then just find a little of that, what I was talking about with Felix about the sneezy sound. Find, like, you know that feeling right before you sneeze? So that then the kind of roundness and height goes up instead of down.
Sure.
So feel that like right before you sneeze and then sing it the same way. There we go. And then as you stay like you're gonna sneeze or snort.
Okay.
Keep going for now, because it kind of stays the same. One more time. It's a little. I think you don't need that breath. You're like, what? Yeah. No, I think take the breath after it. Or not. I don't think you're gonna need it. No. Yeah. Try it. Play. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
That was beautiful, but also did you see like the high note spun differently? And it was like, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I felt that, I heard that, yes.
This is gorgeous! Okay. Let's keep going. Try one little thing. Can you put your finger, it's like my name is on my fingers. In these little intercostals that are up here, can you tell them to open? Because you kind of, you squish everything down and then your neck gets all squishy. And I think you can enjoy that and then it'll open things, which you were starting to do before without knowing it. Try it. really good. How did that feel?
Effortless.
It was beautiful. And then as you come down to the conforto, kind of ride down your face like it's a waterfall. So like, don't let it fall. Don't make the waterfall go backwards. Yeah? Wow, this is great. Do it again.
Thank you. Just, again, it just feels free up. I don't have to. Yeah, just.
Yeah, you don't have to like. You got the sound. Like you don't need to like make the sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep going.
What was my
Not bad. So as you go to the use the M and the R. Use those voice consonants to help you go kind of mix the ranges.
Yeah, gotcha.
You okay?
I'm great. One more time there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Very good. And then, can you make misera one word?
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. Do that ve one more time. And as you offset, feel like your throat's just gonna stay open. Ve. It's good. When you get to the come back down the waterfall even though you're not singing any notes behind it. So it's not don't make what I call fake mezzo sound, which I used to love to do myself. Yes! Wow.
Yeah, freer, not in the way, and I feel a connection more with.
Yeah. This is beautiful. Do you want to do this part again, but A prime, like that where you're going up?
Sorry, 2-minute warning.
Yes, I can do that.
You want to start at the beginning of this section, or do you want to tell me where would be the place?
A prime, it's fine. That's people sound
Do that. Make sure it doesn't start to go down here. There you go. So as you kind of come down and follow it down, and I know you're trying to release your jaw, don't release here.
Okay.
Like, sing into those beautiful cheeks that you got there, right? How did the top feel? And also, did you see the trill was like,
yeah,
the one stuck?
Yes, it felt freer, and top felt great. More room to grow, even more. So yeah, it felt great.
Beautiful. Ah! Okay, keep going. So, because they're giving me the look. Pick one more phrase, and then. On that E vowel, can you make that E vowel feel like it's really tall this way? And so you don't go this way with your corners, but you go this way?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh. Steeple. Yes.
Nice!
Thank you. It's fantastic.
That was so fabulous.
Thank
They're
you.
cutting me off.
Oh,
Beautiful.
so mean.
Did you find a DMA program?
Not yet. So
Okay, come on.
I try again next week.
Write me.
I will do. Thank you.
Thank you, Madeleine. Thank you so much. Stunning work. Absolutely awesome. Our next singer is Al Gilbert. Al is a tenor. Al uses he and him pronouns. And Al, if you could please unmute yourself and let us know where you are from and what you will be singing.
Hi, I'm from Manitoba, Canada, and I'm going to be singing Don't Let Me Go from Shrek the Musical. Okay, I can just start. All right. Okay. Hey, you gotta let me go with you. You don't know what it's like to be considered a freak. Well, maybe you do. That's why we gotta stick together. No. Don't speak. Just hear me out. I might surprise you. I'll be a friend when others despise you. Don't roll your eyes. Stop with the moping. You need a pal. My calendar's open. I'll bring you soup when you feel congested. I'll bail you out when you get arrested. I got your back when things get scary. And I'll shave it when it gets hairy. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Oh. You need me. You need me. I'll treat you right and never act shoddy. If you kill a man, I'll hide the body. What do you say? You're not responding. I think we're bonding. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Oh. You need me. You and me, we belong together. Like butter and grits, like kibbles and bits, like yin and yang, sturm and drang, like yin and chang, attached at the hip, but not an old lady hip that might break. I'm gonna be on you like a fat kid on cake. Like Cupid and Psyche, like Pop Rocks and Mikey, like we'll stick together like that Velcro stuff. I'm the fuzzy side, you be the spiky. Oh, like little kids in pajamas with those funny things at the bottom, you know, feeties, like donuts and, oh, what goes with donuts? Donuts and diabetes. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hold me, hug me, take me, please. Na, please don't let me go. I need you. Don't let me go. go.
We won't let you go. That was great. Awesome. So, how'd that feel? It was really great.
It was good. It's a fun song, and I like performing it.
Awesome. So, I always have things to say, but is there anything specific that you would like to work on, or, like that you want to let anybody out here know about anything, or,
I don't think there's anything specific. I mean, I'll take whatever you want to give me, so I don't know.
So how does so the beginning stuff, that's all pretty speaky, and it kind of sits in a comfortable place, right? I think it sounds very comfortable. How does it start to feel as we get into kind of the later, the second half?
I mean, it's a little harder because I don't know, you're giving it all out at that point. There's a lot more to do, but it's not awful.
No, nothing's awful. It was really good. But I mean, we have to have something to work on. I would just say, I think we can play around with a few maybe vowel things just to think about as you're going up to kind of the higher stuff. So hold on, I have your music here. There was one place. Where'd it go? I just had it. It's letting me go. Let's go into where the key changes, and you can do it with the track, or we can just play around with some stuff without the track. So when you have the don't let me go, don't let me go, don't let me go, don't let me go, into the next key, in that little section that's 2 key changes in a row. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to find it. Okay, I think I have it. Yeah.
Try it one more time with the track. Now the nerves are out. Go wherever you feel comfortable, and then sing a little bit, but I'll stop you.
Okay, from this beginning?
Can you skip ahead a bit into that? Maybe somewhere around the donuts, after the speaky part.
Okay. Toads. Let me just find out. Banana cake. Diabetes. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hold me. Hug me.
Okay, so were you here earlier when I was having when we were singing cats?
Yes.
Guess what? You get to be a cat now too.
Yay.
Yay. Okay. So go from that donuts and diabetes, but you're gonna go meow 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 meow, and then you keep going meow 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 meow. Okay, try it.
Meow 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 meow. What's the note on that one? Meow
meow meow meow.
Meow 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 meow. Keep going.
Do that last one again. Meow 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 meow. Because that's our big.
Meow.
There we go. How'd that feel?
It's good.
Okay, so when we sing the word go, I want you to think of that place. Don't let me go. So it's not going to be go, but go. Go. Hey. Yeah?
Okay.
Now do the donuts and diabetes and have that same feeling you just had.
Donuts and diabetes. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
And literally sing gow. Gow. Gow helm. You're really not from Canada, right? And I can say that because I'm half Canadian myself.
Don't let me go.
Okay, good. Now do it halfway in between that and what you originally did.
Okay. Don't let me go. Okay.
How'd that feel?
Oh, it was very easy.
That was very good. So now do the whole donuts and diabetes. Don't let me go. So that kind of half in between go and gow. Okay.
Donuts and diabetes. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
Yeah.
Yay.
That was so good. Okay, so then let's keep going because we're heading. This part stays kind of high-ish. Yeah. Hold me, hug me, take me, please. And I think you can even sing that please if you want to. See what happens, but have that little ow feeling the whole time.
Hold me, hug me, take me, please. Na 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 na. Please don't let me go. I need you, 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 I need you. Don't let me go, go, go. Don't let me go.
There we go. That was great. How'd that feel?
It felt very good. It was.
I mean, it's just a teeny adjustment, and it just kind of helps you kind of get into that place. What other kind of stuff do you sing?
It's just a lot of musical theater, stuff like that.
Musical theater is awesome.
That's like my area.
What other songs do you sing?
I have what is the song? Flesh Failures from Hair in my repertoire, and You'll Be Back from Hamilton, and I don't know.
How does that feel? Because that's a little higher, right?
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Can I hear some of it?
Oh, sure. I'm not sure if I have a great track, but I will find one.
I think we're hearing this later too, but we'll I'm curious. I just want to hear. Can you maybe don't do the whole thing? Can you like do kind of like some of the higher stuff?
Yeah. Should I just do it like a cappella kind
Yeah, maybe just do like go from the just the da 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 da.
I can go from I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. You say I think that's a little higher than I usually do it. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet, submissive subject, my loyal subject, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah. How's that? So do you do that one a lot? This song?
Yeah.
It's really good. So what? So tell. Hold on. I want to look for one thing. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I think I actually have this. Oh, it's transposed. When you go up into the when you go into the head voice up in that one part, how does that feel?
It's like a little I don't know, it doesn't really feel like it's I don't know, as strong as all the rest.
Mm-hmm.
It always feels like a surprise when I'm going into it.
Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Kind of.
Do you work like when you're practicing and stuff? Do you work your head voice, or have you like concentrating on like connecting the lower stuff?
Yeah, I mostly concentrate on getting my lower range intact more than my head voice.
I would say just like as you're working, do you have a teacher? I would say like play around with like, if you're comfortable with it, bringing the head voice back in, because it'll actually strengthen the kind of the passaggio like up, and then you'll have like way more facility all the way up and down. And it doesn't mean that you have to sing up there all the time, but like for a lot of these music theater songs that like do have like some places where it goes into the falsetto and, you know, goes up in there, I would definitely exercise that part of your voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of facility, like the voice is working really well. Has it been feeling good?
Sorry.
Has it been feeling good?
Yeah. Like,
and you, if I may ask, like you're relatively like fresh on the transition front, right? At least hormone transition wise, right?
Yeah, I'm about like 8 months.
Yeah, so is it starting to feel more stable?
Yeah, definitely. Like 5 months in, could not sing at all. And now it's a lot better.
Yeah, so I would just say like now that it's kind of settling itself, just really make sure that you are exercising still the head voice, even if you don't want to sing up there all the time, because it'll make even more marketability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we try something? I want to go like this for a second. Just sing ooh, go ooh. We're gonna go down. Good. Feel like your neck is like nice and loose, and you're gonna feel like your throat is nice and open. Ooh, ooh. And if it wants to start to come into the other voice, let it. Good. Now start to mix it in, yeah?
Very big break.
Yeah, let it break. It's fine. Do it one more time. Do it one more time and like try to not manipulate it with your jaw or anything, yeah? There you go. I would play around with that and like just kind of like work on that, and the world's your oyster. It's really great.
Thank you.
So good.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember what key the original version of this is in, but go from can you start it again? I want you to do that little place where it like goes up into the head voice.
Okay. Just start from that little
From
phrase.
that little middle section, kind of where you started before.
Okay. Da da da. Da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complete.
When you're there, oh, can you feel like it's like in this little like a little place, and don't try to pressurize it. Like do it kind of like that little exercise.
Sorry, 2-minute warning.
Na 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 na.
You say our love is draining and you can't go on.
There you go. And then when you have the on, put the N later, because I think you're thinking about that N, and then it like closes the throat, and then you're like, oh no, what happened? The sound was really good. Do it one more time.
You say our love is draining and you can't go on.
Yeah. What's wrong?
It wasn't as strong as the last time.
It wasn't bad though. Try something. Can you think about breath? Think about opening up and sending the air lower so that it's not here, it's like below where I can see on the screen. And you're going to stay open. You say that, and I want you to think about not engaging your neck as you go up there. Okay?
You say our love is draining and you can't go on.
Try something. Put your hands here like I had. Okay, and can you feel like the base of your head is gonna actually push into your hands a little bit without pushing your neck down? Do you feel the stretch in the muscles that are in your neck?
Mm.
There, your neck just grew. Okay, and I want you to sing it there. They say that, and you're gonna feel. We'll see what you feel. Try it.
You say our love is draining and you can't go on. Oh, why did I try and belt it? Okay.
Okay, but you probably actually could have because it was more open, right?
Yeah.
Did you feel your neck want to move, like, and try to help you, and you were like, oh?
Yeah, a little bit. Then it was like really open and I tried to belt it. Maybe.
Do it again. That was really, I like the sound on that a lot better. Do it one more time.
You say our love is draining and you can't go on. That's a lot stronger. Clearer that time.
Yeah, and so I think, keep playing, work with your teacher, keep working with about the breath. But I think sometimes your neck tries to help you take over for your breath, to substitute for your breath. And so this you can play with it to make yourself start to engage somewhere else. But it's so great.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Al. We will take a short break and then we'll continue with our last two artists. See you in a little bit, everybody. Okay, I think we're back and we can start. Our next artist is Ibiß. Ian uses pronouns they and them. Ian, if you can unmute yourself and tell us where you're from and what you're going to be singing.
Hi, nice to meet you all. My name is Ian, I'm from Germany, Berlin, and I'm singing from the musical Man of La Mancha, The Impossible Dream. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this. That one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable stars.
Nice. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm so nervous.
Just breathe. It sounds so great.
Oh, sorry. So, there we go.
Can you hear me? That was so great.
Thank you.
No need to be nervous. That was so great. So tell me, I mean, as I say to everybody, like I have things to say, but what have you been working on, and what are your hopes, and what is your impossible dream here that is not going to be impossible?
I try to achieve. Thank you. So first of all, thank you for to big shout out to Janjan Lu, because they recorded the track for me again to make it more as I liked it to be. So thank you again. And yeah, what I want to do is, to be honest, I just got back to practicing. When I got admitted to this program, I was like, shit, now I need to practice. Because as you know, as everyone already kind of said, when they got on testosterone, the voice was changing really quickly. I used to sing comfortably as a soprano, also as an alto, and then suddenly the range was completely gone. And now my biggest, let's say, challenge is to kind of get this middle range, because I break very often. My voice breaks a lot when I try to get up, and yeah, so that's like something I try to work on right now.
Yeah, well, it's really going well, and like I would suggest, like I suggested to Al, like keep working the upper range.
Yeah, I try that.
Which I know it's hard, because it's kind of like you want to break away from that as kind of a voice identity, but it really, I think as the voice settles, like to get back to that is really a great idea. You know what I mean? How long has it been since you've started testosterone?
It's been now a year and 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
Okay, so you're feeling like kind of more settled.
It's definitely more stable. It's just a question of technique and getting used to this kind of new timbre and voice. And yeah, I sound a little bit like my grandmother when I try to sing up high, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but just something I'm not used to.
Yeah, but this is really great. And like the end of this piece, like that was really great. Like, how did that feel when you went up?
Yeah, that feels good. But when I try to sing like, you know, more in the soprano range, then I'm like, ugh, okay. There we go.
So I would just do some like kind of falsetto-y exercises and just like really sing up there and like play around with it and see what happens. I mean, we can do that today if you want to, or we can work on the song for other things.
No, for me, both works. Yeah.
Let's do a few things in the song. Mostly, I think it's fantastic how you sing it, and it's really great. I think actually you can get a little bit more focus in some of the lower notes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Also, because I think you're like, oh, wow, this is a new world. Like, what's happening down there, right? Fantastic. So just start the song again. You can do it with the track or without. It's up to you. Why don't you just start it with the track again, just because now the nerves are out, and like we'll just see how it goes, and then we'll get to it. Yeah? So yeah. I'll stop you probably pretty shortly, but okay. Do it.
Sorry. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go.
Really good. Stop for 2 seconds. Hey, this is great. And it probably feels better now because you're like, okay, I did it once. Whew. Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. The long notes that you sing are so beautiful. And I think if you even think about in this song, singing some of the shorter notes even more in this piece, I think you might have more fun. I don't know. Because you have this warm, nice sound when you get to like dream and foe. And so I think you can even like, I saw on your thing that you listened to Brian Stokes Mitchell. I think you can channel even more some of that if you want, which you do in some of these notes. When you get to bear the unbearable sorrow, kind of like I was talking about with Madeleine, can you, as you come down, like, sorrow and a sorrow, don't like head it into this like, I'm making a big round sound, because then you hear it and we don't, and the resonance leaves, right? Do that to bear with unbearable sorrow, and just sing. Can you sing it on? We're gonna sing it on. Do it on an E vowel for a second. Sing it on like B B B, B B B B B B B B B. Just do that phrase.
B B B B B B B. Was that right? No, sorry.
B B B B B B B B B B B.
B B B B B B B.
There! Wow!
Okay.
That one. It's hard because we have sorrow, right? But if you can have that feeling of where that E vowel was, which was higher in your face, right?
Right.
Go like this for a second. Go B B sorrow.
B B sorrow.
There we go. Do it one more time and don't reach down for it.
Okay. B B sorrow.
There we go.
Yeah. Maybe I was pushing a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like just kind of like a little press down, because we all did. I mean, I've done that. It's what I earlier referred to as like my fake mezzo sound. Like, oh, I'm like, oh, I sound so great. Inside I do. Outside it's like woofy and weird, right? So, even here on the beginning, sing just the very first phrase, B B B B B B B B, and think of the little notes.
Okay. B B B B B B B B.
Good. Do it one more time and get a little teeny bit of space between your teeth.
Okay. B B B B B B B B.
Okay, I like that.
Right.
So now to dream the impossible. So really like schmaltz it up.
To dream the impossible dream. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely it's important to open the teeth a little bit wider.
Just a little bit, just so that you're not grabbing and shutting off the resonance.
Right.
Okay? Try it again with the track. And I want you to think about all these little notes that you're going to sing them with room.
Okay. Let me just get the... To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave do not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary.
You know what?
Yeah.
Be careful on two places. When you do sorrow and weary, make sure that you're actually singing the pitch too low. I think you maybe learned it wrong. So
Oh, maybe.
You're too weary and not weary. I don't know. You go to a different note,
Okay.
which also makes it too low, and then it's harder. So if do the to try when your arms are too weary.
To try when your arms are too weary. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, so just look at those two places, because then I think that'll be easier too. Yeah?
Right. Thank you.
Let's keep going. To reach the unreachable star. And I want you to sing all the way through those vowels, like really sing through them.
Okay.
Because the voice is really speaking.
Okay. To reach the unreachable star. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Your voice is so warm.
Thank you.
Let us hear it all the time. Good. Let's do this. This is my quest. If you prefer to do it with the track, it's fine. I'll just make like hand signs at you. Dude, this is my quest. They find a little bit more room here.
This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I only be true to this glorious quest.
Really good. So now, when you get to these extra long phrases, you did pretty well until this last one. And I know if I'll only be true. Keep your ribs open, because you start to squoosh down.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna expand, like you have like butterfly wings, and you're just gonna like open them up in the back. Yeah. Let's go, I want to go a little bit before that. How about, let's just do this whole This Is My Quest anyway, because it was so nice and I want you to do it again.
Okay. This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. Sorry, I got distracted by your face for a second, I'm sorry.
Sorry, 2-minute warning.
Okay. If you want to do anything in the higher range, that's also fine.
Let's just play around with that for a second. Let's do some of those nays that I was doing before. I love this exercise because it kind of tells us what's going on. We're gonna do actually though a whole arpeggio down. So we're gonna go nay. Let's see what happens.
Nay.
Good, really nice. Get the room in the teeth. And feel like you're like gonna sneeze right before you start to sing it. Nay.
Nay.
Good. Feel like you're surprised, like you're like, nay.
Nay.
Good. And can you connect the air so I don't hear little H's in between each one? I hear a little nay, but nay. You can even slide. Go here.
Nay.
Can you think of like an like in an OE vowel? Why can I not think of any words? Like in German, like
Yeah, okay.
Köln. Sing it.
Köln. Okay, that's louder.
Yeah.
Köln.
And when you start on the top, really sing that real vowel, because you kind of went almost. Köln.
Köln.
Put a little bit more O around it.
Köln. Köln.
Very good. Set up the vowel and then when you say the K, don't close down.
Okay.
K, do it just with your tongue.
Köln.
Good. Do the next one. K, 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 K.
Köln.
Try this. So I see a little bit of K, K. Can you do K? So already have it set and then go.
Köln.
Yeah. Do the next one.
Köln. Now we get into this iffy part.
Just try it. See what happens.
Köln.
Very good. Now switch back to nay for a second. Go nay.
Nay.
Nice. Do the next one and brighten the vowel a little bit.
Nay.
Not bad, not bad. Do it one more time. Sing day instead of nay. Day. And set it up. Day. So you're just going to flick your tongue.
Day.
Put a little bit more cone in your day, and then it'll be perfect.
A little bit more what?
A
Sorry.
little bit more cone in your
Oh.
day. So think of like cone, but you're going to sing day. Day.
Köln.
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt. We're over time. I know.
Great work,
I know.
Ian.
Okay, thank you so much.
Wonderful, Ian. Yay.
Thank you so much. Fabulous work.
Camille.
Yeah, our last singer today is Camille Rogers. Camille is a mezzo-soprano who uses they and them pronouns. Camille, if you could unmute yourself and tell us where you're from and what you will be singing.
Yes, so hi everyone, I'm Camille. I'm coming to you from what is known as Alberta, which is the territory of the Siksika-Sitabi, translated as the Blackfoot Confederacy. I'm super lucky that I have a live piano because my mom's a pianist, so I'm super spoiled today. So thank you to Christine, my mom. And I'll be singing You'll Be Back from Hamilton, which we already heard a little bit of, but it's in a different key. You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, but you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da, da 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 ya da, da 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 ya da, da 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 da, da 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 ya da, da 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 da. You say your love raining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet, submissive subject, my loyal, royal subject, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad, so don't throw away this thing we had, 'cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Everybody. Da 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 da.
Awesome. That's so great. I have a couple of ideas, but I'm curious. So, what do you want to do with this piece? Like, I mean, like, differently or in addition to what you were already doing? Because this is great. I mean, you do such a great job.
I guess this is very much on the like pop end of the spectrum for me. I'm like trained as like a Baroque singer mostly. And so I sing a lot of like Sondheim-ish musical theater, but this is definitely like sort of as far as I would go in the pop direction. Yeah, so I'd love to, I guess I've been sort of struggling how to, well, not struggling, but just like figuring out how to transition my technique into a different style without like making it sound ridiculous, but also not like compromising what I want to do, I guess.
Right. Well, okay, so I think you sing this in a really healthy, safe way, which is great. And I think we're going to keep doing that in a healthy, safe way. But that was one of the things I wanted to see if you wanted to play with. Like, I'd love to work with some, like, other colors, maybe even some other, like, maybe a little beltier in some places.
Yeah.
And also, I think you can really have even more fun with this crazy character.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Which you do it. You go there, but I think you can go even further, and I think you can do it vocally too.
Sure. Yeah. I'd love to explore. Yeah, how to bring that vocally.
Hold on, let me find the. Can we go to like around measure 20-ish, like when you start the "You'll be back soon, you'll see."
Sure.
As we build into this like Empire's Fall place, I want to play with some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Start singing again, because now like nerves are out, whatever, and start singing and I'll stop you. Okay.
Sure.
Start it from that around measure 20. You'll be back.
Sorry, can you give me my note? Thanks. You'll be back soon, you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, embers fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push.
Good. Okay, fantastic. I want to play a little bit more with like kind of more spread vowels. Yes. And I don't mean like you know what I mean, like just not so they're beautifully formed, and you know you've worked hard at that, and so we're gonna mess that all up right now. Okay. We're gonna go back, since it's been the theme the day to the cats, okay? And I want you to sing this like a cat. And so you're gonna sing meow, 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 but I want you to stick your fingers kind of up your nose, not totally up your nose, but just like block it so that I don't want you to let air out your nose except for on the But so you can't plug your nose all the way. This is a PSA for everybody else. Don't sing this exercise fully plugging your nose because you can't because of the M's. Okay? So meow, 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 meow. So I want it really bright but not nasal.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Yes! How does that feel?
Very fun. Very fun and like
everything that you know how to do is. Sorry, say that again.
It's like I never get to do this, so this is very, very fun.
Yeah, and it's fantastic.
Instead of,
Exactly, but it's everything that you already know how to do. It's just literally just kind of a vowel change, right?
Mm-hmm.
So good. So now, sing it with the words. And I want you to still keep your fingers here because I think there's a slight tendency sometimes to go a little in the nose. So I'm just going to make you not do that. But so sing it with like that feeling. And luckily we have you'll be back. So we have that a lot. Mm-hmm. But try to make all of those vowels kind of live in that kind of land.
Okay. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da.
How'd that feel? Besides your fingers up your nose, but
yeah, fun, very fun.
Look at the empires fall. When you do the empires, think of the on the pyres also, so that you can get up into the fall.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the da 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 da, wah, just like get it in there. Yeah. Go from oceans rise.
Okay. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be.
Hey, that was all really good. How'd it feel?
Fun. Yeah, really fun.
So then, when you get to this, say our love. Do this on meow for a second. You'll see
okay.
Where it goes. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Go.
Nice.
What did that feel like?
Yeah, totally different. I guess this part in particular, I'm like, I obviously can't do the like intense flip, so I'm not always sure what to do with this.
I think you actually can play a little bit around with more of a flip. I mean, it's not going to be exactly the same flip, but I think if you think a little bit more in kind of percentages of like head versus chest, I think you can actually find kind of a fluty sound.
Yeah.
Play with it. But I like the say our love. I like that say our love instead of say our love. You sing it beautifully, but I think you can be a little bit more obnoxious about it. You know what I mean?
Yes, always.
Try it with the words in that meow place, and then when you do when you get to on, can you think of like a boy soprano kind of sound?
Yeah.
We're gonna play around with a couple different sounds just to see like what works the best for you. The one you just did I actually liked a lot, but I think if you want to do that other one just to be funny, because this is also funny, we can play with that. So try it that way.
You say our love is draining and you can't go on. Yeah?
I kind of like that.
Okay. It's fun.
I mean, yes, it feels completely different and disconnected from like everything you've ever done. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. What does everybody else think? Not up to me, but I liked it.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, that was fun. I'll try that.
It's like go crazier.
Amazing. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be
Can you sing it straight tone?
Haha, yes.
Just when you get to on.
Yeah. Okay. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject.
When you get there, that on was on target. That was really good.
Cool.
When you get to and no, make sure that there, just like I was having Al do, put a little in that O. So that you're not like, and no, John, you know? I mean, unless you want to play with that for fun. But now. Yeah? So put a little more in it.
I'd love to try the on again.
Sure.
From you say. Yeah. Thanks. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change. I'm gonna do that again. And no, don't change the subject. 'Cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet, submissive subject, my royal subject.
This little part, go from the and no, don't change. And no, don't change. Sing it on meow, meow, meow for a second.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 wah! Like.
Meow, 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 meow. And no, don't change the subject.
Almost sing like the word now and now. It'll be a little too obnoxious to start off with, but try it. Hi, Felix.
And now don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet, submissive subject, my royal subject, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad, so don't throw away this thing we had, 'cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da, 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 da.
Not for 2 seconds. All that was really good. When you get to that, and I'll love you till your dying days. When you're gone,
It's the Canadian curse again.
Yeah, so just like go like full on like come into the United States like into Wisconsin. No offense if there's people from Wisconsin. Get a little in there, yeah? Go from you and I'll love you till my dying days.
It's bar 70? And I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Everybody. Da 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 da
Yeah.
2-minute warning, just letting you know.
Yeah, Camille, I love this. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels super fun. I guess I was worried about like shoving my larynx up, but I'm finding a way to like spread here while keeping this chill.
Yeah.
So that's ideal.
Exactly. And if you we can also play with a couple little things also to balance that. Do the last little da 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 before you go up to the long one.
Right.
Da, 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 which was really good. When you get to the long one, can you think, so you have the inside of it, can you think underneath it? You'll see what I mean when we get there. I know it sounds weird, but it'll just kind of like balance it even more.
Yes. Thanks.
Do you just want to start or?
Sure. Da 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 da
There we go.
That's so cool. That feels like what I do on my extreme top, but just like
it's yes, exactly. So if you think of it like in kind of with the belt, it should kind of feel like it does on the extreme top.
Yeah, okay. That's
exactly the same thing. Like same kind of vowel action. It's kind of the same.
Cool.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Hey, thank you so much. This was so fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for singing. You're all amazing.
I've had so much fun working with everybody.
Fantastic.
You
Thank
guys
you so
are
much,
amazing. Everyone, this has been such a great session yesterday as well. Thank you everyone so much.
Thank you everybody for singing, for sharing your talent. Thank you, Steph, for your incredible teaching. It was such a pleasure to see all of the progress everybody made and the new discoveries in those aha moments. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Especially today, Hunter, Felix, Arlo, Madeleine, Al, Ian, and Camille. It's been our absolute joy to hear you. And thank you also to our sponsors, again, Medical Voice Center, Valley of the Sun Nats, Sarah Stevens, and our anonymous donor. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We could not have done this without you.
I join in that. Thank you so much to our sponsors, and thank you so much for the audience for tuning in, for being encouraging, for being here, and for being fantastic. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, morning, wherever you are, and see you all soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.